person that's probably not meant to work anywhere, but like I have a job. Wear something like, I'm gonna tell you everything that I wish that I knew. Okay, my knife just fell down, hold on. Out of everything I tell you, is probably the most important. Hi, it's Shannon, aka Ebony Assassin, and today we're back with another video. Okay, video every Wednesday. You thought I forgot? You thought I was joking? Well, I'm not. I'm serious or whatever. But anyway, if you're watching this video, you're a baddie, period. You want to monetize on your baddiness, and you want to get money just for being pretty. This video in particular is specific to cocktail waitressing. If you've never been a cocktail waitress, this might be the video for you. I'm gonna show you some tips. They may work for you, they may not work for you, but based on what I've seen, it seems to hit or miss everyone. So the first tip I have for you is I would go in person to places that you feel like you can work at, or look on Craigslist. They're not gonna be on LinkedIn, they're not gonna be on Career Builder or any of those websites where you have to put in a resume. You have a better chance of just going in person to somewhere. Craigslist is your best friend. With cocktail waitressing, it's very much a personable job. You're basically getting hired based on your personality. Handing in a resume and just submitting resumes, like, it's not gonna really work, in my opinion. I actually got my old best friend hired based off of my personality. She didn't even have to interview. I did all the interviewing. And I was like, oh yeah, I have a best friend, she could do this and that. And they're like, okay, if she's anything like you. I found a legit hotel cocktail waitressing job on Craigslist. You just gotta really know how to weed out the BS. And just, type in the key search exactly what you're looking for. And if nothing comes up, well then Google it. If this is what you really want, you gotta go the nitty gritty of everything. Number 2, dress the part. We're supposed to dress in a suit or, professional when you hand in a resume. Don't do that. If you're gonna be a cocktail waitress, you have to look like you're ready to work like immediately, and you gotta look like a baddie off rip. Like, you can't look like, I'm just gonna hand in my resume and go yoga afterward. They're gonna be like, you have to look like you're ready to give someone a drink right now. Have your lashes done, have your hair done, have full face of makeup. Even if you can, some places are not necessarily a restaurant, but if you can, sorry, my necklace is like broken. So sorry, guys. Wear something that, you know what I'm saying? Because it would be very much helpful to do that. Look cute, look hot, and be yourself. Literally, you could have no experience and get hired immediately on the spot. It's happened to me so many times. I mean, after a while, I've obviously had experience. The first time I ever auditioned, see, that's my thing. I think of interviews as auditions. I think of it like, I'm about to be cast in a movie role and I have to be Jessica Rabbit or whoever and channel that energy, and lo and behold, you'll get the job. But obviously, just still show up with a resume, Maybe you worked at McDonald's or something before, or maybe you had a desk job, put all that down. But just know that you don't need cocktail waitressing experience in particular on your resume to get hired. I know this sounds like probably repetitive information or something that's obvious. In your interview, just smile. Actively listen, obviously, but while you're actively listening, just yeah, okay. I know this sounds but it's really what works. I've tested this. I've had interviews where I was the ditzy, oh my gosh, and then just basic. And the one where I was, more bubbly, done better, and I got a call back better than when I wasn't. So, something to keep in mind. If you want a cocktail waitressing job straight out of high school, it is 100% possible, and you'll be making so much money you don't even know what to do with. You should be offered the job on the spot. If you are bubbly and you're yourself and you are beautiful and you're vibrant, you should get the job on the spot. If not, don't panic. Don't panic. It's okay. Follow up within 2 to 3 days. That should be enough time as well, and it should be totally fine. Here's the thing. Here's the part. Getting the job is the easy part. Keeping the job is the hard part because, again, there's plenty of pretty women out there who can just hand anybody a drink. What sets you apart from keeping that job? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm the worst at this, but don't be like me. Be on time, obviously. Be on time as much as you can. And always just go above and beyond with the time thing. When you get the job, you wanna make sure that you know everyone and you know their names. Not to just be in everyone's business, but just so that you can know everything that works at that place. I never thought I'd have to explain this, but maybe people just don't get it. Anyway, try to be very, very, very good friends with the owner or manager or general manager and security. And maybe this is a accountant tip as well, but like literally, people are gonna wanna buy you drinks. If you're a pretty girl and you're smiling, you're laughing, you're having a conversation with them, and they wanna buy you drinks. I don't know, it depends on the policy of where you work. Where I worked, we were allowed to have alcohol if someone bought it for us. But for me, I don't like to drink at work. Like me and any type of substances at work is a no. You wanna be friends with the owner and security so that if you're ever in a situation, you can count on them to be on your side. If you're just a worker that just goes there and goes home, it's gonna be harder for them to like bat for you or protect you in any way. I know the owner inside and out and security inside and out at any place I ever work. Be prepared to go home 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning. Like I wish there was a way around that, but there really isn't. The earliest I've gone home was like 1 a.m. and that's only because I worked at a hotel. You want to be home by 9 or 10, that's probably when you're gonna start work, usually. But for me, I actually started work at like 5 or 6 and got off at 1, which is way better and a way more feasible. A place that I was going to work at, I had to be there by 8 and then I wouldn't be leaving till 3 a.m. And I was like, oh, I'm too old for that. Just make sure that you feel comfortable with what you're getting into as far as like hours. It is not a 9 to 5, so it's like you have to be okay with whatever hours that you choose. It's part of the business. Expect men to hit on you almost at all times, or like compliment your appearance, or like try to buy you drinks, or you know, just being in your space in general. You were hired because you're pretty. You were hired because people want to have conversations with you. Maybe you talk a lot, or maybe you are good at conversation, you're a conversationalist. It's a lot more work than it looks. Location is so important when picking a place to cocktail waitress. I am from New York City, love my hometown up and down. I would never cocktail waitress in Queens. I would rather travel an hour and a half to Manhattan because I know I'm gonna make more. I'm from Queens, I don't live there, so I actually lived 20 minutes from Manhattan and it worked out fine. I was a cocktail waitress in the financial district, so the actual busy hours were not on the weekends because they're with their families. The busy times were during the week. So I worked actually during the week and I got a lot of money and still had my weekends. The thing about cocktail waitressing is you also have to have a lot of patience. When you first start out, you might not be making $400 a day. People have to get to know you. People have to get to know your personality. So you have to build up that rapport before you start making half a stack. I was easily by the 3rd or 4th month working downtown, like financial district in New York, I was making $400, $500 a day. And that was just me being myself and having fun. And I wasn't literally doing anything else but talking and handing out drinks. Like literally. Obviously it depends on where you work because we also had events, we had Gucci in there, we had like upscale high-end brands in the space. They have a certain amount they have to spend and like things like that. Out of everything I tell you, the location is probably the most important. Maybe this is your thing, maybe it isn't. But another thing to be aware of when you are a cocktail waitress and maybe into the whole like restaurant scene is sugar daddies. Sugar daddies are a real thing, and for me, I'm not interested in a real way. I joke around here and there, but you know, I'm not a sugar baby. However, they will really approach you, especially in a cocktail waitress setting, especially if you work in an upscale type of place like I did. I personally wasn't alarmed. On top of making the money that you are making at your job, there are possibilities of meeting a legit sugar daddy, depending on your location. The pros about being a cocktail waitress would obviously be the money, and I feel like the workload, because it was so easy. I had to do like a wine course and know my spirits, but I already did know that. The company that I worked for, they paid for everything. Like they paid for my server license, everything that I had to learn, addition to things I already did know. Con was the hours. I'm a morning person, and so like coming home so late completely discombobulated me. But overall, I think being a cocktail waitress is a very good job to have, especially if you're in school or if you don't know really what you want to do yet, or even if you literally want to make this a career, because I know women who are like, this is their career. They are now like models, they travel to work and all this stuff. And I mean, even me, like sometimes I'm like a private bartender. You really get a lot of career opportunities just with the little cocktail waitress job. I feel like I'm the type of person that's probably not meant to work anywhere, but like I have a job. So it's like, if you like this video, want to see more videos, like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on social media, Ebony Assassin. All the same stuff except for Twitter. There's one. Bye.